EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Drew Brees and the Saints heading out here to take over. Brees coming off another incredible season in 2018, set the all-time record for completion percentage in a single season, 74.4%. In fact, we can go ahead and just call that the Drew Brees category. He holds 4 of the top 5 best seasons percentage-wise in NFL history. Now Brees, and brought in by the tight end Cook. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
The steal in the 2017 NFL Draft had to be running back Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee, who ended up being that year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Split time with Mark Ingram his first 2 years in the league. With Mark Ingram now in Baltimore, it's his show. And through his first 2 years, almost equal yardage, rushing.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Mike, 44. Watch the curve.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The starters defensively now for Jacksonville. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit.
That is caught. Tre'Quan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Tre'Quan Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The CD, I know you're excited to see Gardner Minshew as he
Gardner Minshew. Yes, I am.
He and the rest of his offense take the field. Week 4, Minshew mania continues. He goes on the road. Tough Denver defense, altitude, all that. You'd think the rookie might struggle, but he did not.
He certainly did not. He is a guy that has a strong sense of self, a strong belief in himself, and he never listened to the outside noise that said, oh, I don't know about this guy, because I certainly didn't rate him highly coming out. In fact, I had a lot of doubts. He's erasing every one of mine, not that he cares, but that team believes in him. 19 of 33, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But the biggest part, led the game-winning drive late. How about this guy? He is something else. Gardner Minshew and mustache.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, look now at the defensive starters for the Saints. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Minshew throwing on third down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
New Orleans getting the football back here, and earlier we discussed their victory over Dallas last week. So you look at what Teddy Bridgewater's done in his 2 games, and we said he didn't throw for a touchdown pass in week 4, but the teams that they've beaten in week 3 and 4, that's impressive.
To put it mildly, because Seattle was undefeated, and they beat them on the road. Then they come home and play Dallas, and probably 98% of the people picked Dallas to beat them in New Orleans. They defended their home turf. So prior to that, remember, opening night, had to kick a field goal by Will Lutz to beat Houston. Then they had a tough one on the road against the Rams, ended up losing that. And then without Drew Brees, Teddy Bridgewater's 2-0, the Saints are 2-0, and 2 teams lost their undefeated records. The Saints team might have a nice little run in them right now, home against Tampa Bay. Then they go to Jacksonville as they do the Florida 2-step.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Ready?
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. Third down here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught, Smith. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Tre'Quan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
To throw again on second down, Minshew. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 10 logo. 54. Bandit. Check 26. Check go.
On second down, here's Fournette. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hit it.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On second down, Kamara. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. And he's got room.
Let's go. Ready.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 46. Now they'll throw with Brees. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Brees now to throw. And Thomas has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Brees. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Ready. 5-8. Check. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The football back to the Jags offense, and we discussed Minshew mania earlier and what Gardner's done so far.
Minshew. I can't help it every time, right? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I like the enthusiasm still. What do we make of this Jags team at 2-2 right now with Gardner Minshew at QB, CD?
This is much more like what we thought we might get from Jacksonville this year. Of course, we thought Nick Foles would be the quarterback. But remember 2 years ago, that team went to the AFC title game, riding a heck of a defense, and we thought they were going to be better on offense. Minshew's providing that now, and that defense continues to be nasty. Right? They think they're back to being Saxonville again. Remember what they did to Tennessee a couple of weeks ago. So this team now, I think, will be a factor in the AFC South. And how about the schedule? At Carolina, home against the Saints, then they go to Cincinnati. They've got a chance there to really put together a nice little stretch.
And quickly, a little love for Josh Lambo. 4 field goals, including the game winner against Denver. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. There's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. It's taken to the 26. Still on his feet. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack on 1st down, Minshew completes it to Lee. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start our tour out at Arrowhead. Houston on the road to take on Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. The Chiefs still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Redskins. Josh Rosen has a touchdown pass. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Squeeze, double, check.
Now Leonard Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A.J. Klein on the tackle there. Throwing on second down. Minshew.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To throw, it's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mike, ready. 95-56, 95-56. Single receiver. Hey, you're on single receiver.
On first down, Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calais Campbell on the stop. On 3rd and long, it's Brees. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
and have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Minshew, 1st and 10.
When you run,
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the run, it's Fournette, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker.
And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
A nice run on 1st down. Gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier,
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Running with Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On the ground, Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw is Breeze. So that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. So now the Jags down by 7. And time, a huge factor. He's back to throw. Patrick Mahomes. 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Day.